Well, hello YouTube. Today's video is a second round, a follow-up on one I did a while back, maybe a few months ago. I don't remember, but it's been a while. I introduced a shopping website from Asia called AliExpress and kind of went through my initial batch of purchases that I made on AliExpress. So I now have a second round of stuff that's kind of built up. So I'm just going to go through that stuff to show you what I got. And then this may be the last video in this series because I've really cooled off on AliExpress. It's a great website and I've really enjoyed you know, the stuff that I've ordered from it. But I've kind of mined it for everything I really want. And I have probably spent too much money over the last number of months, so I need to cool it. So not to say I still won't order from it from time to time. I'm still very much active on the Transformers front on there and eBay between the two of them. But I usually do those in separate videos, so those don't really count. So we'll go through what I got this time. If I get active on it again, there may be a third video eventually way down the line in the future, or this may be the last one. I don't know. But for now, let's go through what I got, and we'll see if you like anything. Okay, so we're going to start off with some crafty stuff, because as you all know, I do like to build stuff and whatever. This here is a wooden kind of construction set of a ship. I don't think it shows it there, but it's almost like a little tugboat sort of thing. So I'm going to build this at some point, probably way down the line in the future after I get through a whole bunch of other shit I have. Which is good because I got to decide whether I want to paint this or leave it all wood grain. I'm very torn on the matter, so that is my debate with this one. But very cheap, but looks like pretty good quality, so that'll be really fun to build. Next up, these pieces here are all part of a kind of a building set. You use these little tools to put these little plastic pieces onto a grid, and they make I got one for me and one for my son. He loves monkeys, so a chimp sitting on the can and me a frog sitting on the can. I just thought these were so funny, and the building set kind of so cool and different that I just couldn't resist getting these. So that was kind of a no-brainer. And again, like the boat, I don't know if I mentioned that, but very cheap, very inexpensive. So a nice little craft to do that doesn't cost much money. Next up, feed me, Seymour. This is like a toy recreation or whatever of Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors, even though I don't think it's official, but that's what it's based on, right? This is a buyer beware on AliExpress. When I saw this on the site, the way they took the picture, it looks like it's really big, like it's like 3 feet high or something like that. So I was like, I'm gonna get this for the backyard as like a lawn ornament thing, right? And put it out there, and my wife would be really pissed off at me. But it came in, and it's just a little tiny thing. So, but still very cool, because that's like my favorite musical of all time. Little Shop of Horrors is fantastic. So next up, you'll remember this from last time, a Pokemon card booklet, which was empty because my cards hadn't arrived yet, but they finally did. So 120 cards. I stuffed them all in there in random order because I'm still very unfamiliar with Pokemon. I'm playing through a game or two right now and learning a little bit, but yeah, stuffed them all in there. Great looking cards, nice and shiny. So those finally arrived and went in the booklet. Next up, some stuff I'm going to divvy up between me and my son, possibly for Christmas, possibly just for shits and giggles. But these are all little recreations of weapons. He's into Fortnite, and well, he was into Fortnite, now he's into Apex, but he's always blasting people with something. So you know, all these different types of weapons and guns that you kind of piece together with all these little plastic pieces, right? Got a whole bunch of them, and they were super cheap too, like $1 or something each sort of thing. So I think we'll have kind of a draft and pick the ones that we like, sort of thing. So you can see in there the, you know, the bullets and the stocks and barrels and stuff like that. So yeah, they all go together into little weapon replicas, and you get to build them too, which is always fun. So oop, my little guider came out there. Again, something totally inexpensive that's kind of different and cool, and you get to build too. So now, speaking of building, I got a couple real cool sets here. This one right here, it's not Lego, because Lego, as you know, is super expensive. So I chose to purchase two different Lego type sets. As you can see, it looks like Lego, and I haven't opened the bags actually up yet, but they look like they're pretty close quality to Lego, but they're knockoffs, and so they're that much cheaper. These were very inexpensive. This one here is Wally. So a little Wally Lego-ish set to build, which really grabbed my eye and I was really looking forward to. So usually on Lego sets, I do separate videos for those in a time-lapse format, so you can see really quickly the build come together, and then some photos after of what the finished product looks like. So I will eventually be posting a video like that for this Wally set. The other set I got is a Lego set that I've had my eyes on for years now. As you can see, it's a little bit heftier than the Wally set. And if you watch my Gran Turismo videos, hello, you will see that I'm a big fan of the Ferrari F40. So the Ferrari F40 Lego set is finally in my possession. Now, again, it looks like it's pretty close to Lego quality. I hope it is, because this is pretty awesome. So I can't wait to build that. And of course, I'll be doing a time-lapse video of that as well. So next up, I had no idea this existed. And when I found it for $3, I ordered it. It is a new recreation of a Game Boy Advance cartridge. If I can get the goddamn thing open. Jeez. Huh. Didn't have this much trouble opening it the first time. There we go. Metal Slug for Game Boy Advance. I had no idea they made a game for Game Boy Advance. Metal Slug is like a really cool game made by SNK Neo Geo. It's just craziness on the screen. You're in these little tanks and vehicles, and sometimes you're on foot, and it's chaos on the screen. It's a side scroller, and there's just so many bullets flying around, blood splatters everywhere, but a very cartoony type game. So much fun. There's like 7 or 8 games in the series, which I have an anthology on the Nintendo Wii, and it's just so much fun. Me and my buddy Sid played through it and loved it. So I can't wait to get at that game. Next up, last time you know, this is some stuff for my wife that she doesn't know about yet, which she may never know about because, she's not too interested in me anymore, but some sexy stuff. That's like a fishnet kind of body thing. And then a little bikini kind of purple sparkly stuff. And then another one there. I'm not taking them out because then I'll have, lacy kind of thing forever. Hell of a time getting them back in. So I got that stuff just in case, she ever decides to, like me again. So, and the other thing I got for her, which I haven't given it to her yet, I'm gonna pin it on one of her shirts and let her discover it that way. But a pin that says, "Hey, you guys," and it has Sloth's face from the Goonies. She loves the Goonies, so I thought that was pretty priceless. So I'm gonna pin that to one of her shirts these days and see if she notices it. Now the last thing up here is a few things, and it's all vehicle related. Playing a lot of Gran Turismo games over the last number of years of my life. Certain cars, really grab my attention, and I develop a fondness for it. This is an old 80s car, a Toyota Truano. Back hatch pops open. Little luggage thing pops up. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but whatever. Doors open up. This is a one from Asia, so steering's on the right, and it actually steers the wheels, if you can see that. They're turning around. It comes with batteries. I think it's for the lights, but there's no batteries in it. But if you do that, you can put the lights down, and then if you press down on the suspension, boop, they pop up, sort of thing. So I thought that was pretty cool looking car on the website, and I got it, and it's pretty good quality too. It's a neat machine. Next up is I always, as a kid, for some reason, I enjoyed the TV show MASH. I don't know why, because it was about war and death, and but also a kind of a dark comedy within that whole subject. So it was really weird. But one of my favorite things about MASH was how they drove those army Jeeps around all the time. I've always loved those army type vehicles, especially the Jeeps. So I finally ordered myself one. A really cool toy. Really detailed and really high quality, it seems. Again, wheels turn when you turn the steering column. Windshield pops up. This canopy thing can kind of come up. It's got little things attached to it like a gas canister, you know, axe, and a shovel. What else does it have on here? That's about it. Spare tire. And then the hood also pops up, and you can see kind of, I don't know if that's too dark or not, but you can see in the engine and stuff. So this was a really neat toy, and I saw it and I was like, oh, that's a no-brainer, right? Order it. So the Jeep. Last up is 3 more vehicles. I loved Datsun vehicles as a kid, and when I found these on AliExpress, again, they were kind of no-brainers, just like the Jeep was, right? First up, this yellow Datsun pickup truck. These ones are a little smaller scale than the Truano and this Army Jeep here, but no less cool. For the truck, the back hatch goes down. Doors open up. Some color on the seats in there, and then of course the hood pops open. Not that high, but you can see the blue engine in there and stuff. So really neat looking truck. I really enjoyed this toy. And again, a no-brainer. Next up is the Mazda Bluebird. That's a beauty, eh? So same, actually no, the trunk doesn't pop up on this one, but you know, doors open, hood opens. Not as much detail on this one as on the pickup truck, like not any color on the engine, and the trunk doesn't open up, sort of thing, but still a really neat car. I've always loved the Datsun Bluebirds, and that was a really neat pickup as well. But the big one, the awesome one, the Datsuns I remember from my youth that I just loved to bits and pieces is the 280. And this one's a bigger scale, the biggest of them all. Look at that, and look at the color on it too, that sweet deep red. Oh my god, and look at the tires, the black rims. So everything here comes open. You got the back hatch. You got the doors. I'm not sure. Yeah, steering wheel steers the tires. Not very well, but whatevs. And then, oh yeah, they open this way. And then, of course, that opens up to show the engine. I wasn't as happy with the engine. I thought they would have had a little more detail in there, a little more separation between components and color and stuff like that. But just the body and the shape and the size and the details on the outside and stuff. This thing is awesome. This is my favorite one. It's kind of up between this and the Jeep are my 2 favorites, but I just love this thing. So yeah. So now that I've done my little video here, I need to find now a place where I'm going to put all these things. So I'm going to go do that right now. So hope you enjoyed. Again, don't know if there's going to be a round 3 eventually, but so this may be it. But if not, maybe I'll be back another time. So long.